Hello, and welcome to another episode here with our streaming extravaganzas. How you doing, Mr. Bam?
Pretty good. Shout out to Sinister One who says, "Hey, he's here now. We can get started."
Oh, okay.
So
Well, thank
just for him, we are getting ourselves started with for your permission.
now that Sinister's here. Let's get everything on the road. So, what do we have for World of Tanks this week, Mr. Bam?
All right. Well, as a quick reminder, we are still in the Awakened season, everybody, but we are wrapping it up and it's coming to a close December 6th. So if you guys are still working on your season challenges and trying to complete the last few in there, hop on in, get into the battlefield, and try to wrap up the season.
We still got some time left, so.
Still got some time left.
Definitely.
And then as of this week, we got the Tank Cup has started. This will be running through December 17th. This involves teams Ragnarok and Hurricanes working against teams Cyclops and Tigers. Now, if you pick Team Ragnarok, they are going to be represented by the USA, the Poland, and select independent nation tanks. If you go with Team Hurricane, they are represented by Team Soviet, or I'm sorry, by the Soviet, Japanese, and Czechoslovakian nation tanks. Then up next, we have Team Cyclops, represented by the UK, France, and Chinese nation tanks. And lastly, Team Tigers, represented by Germany, Sweden, and the Italian nation tanks. And of course, if you guys decide to play in mercenary tanks, you can score for any one of those teams. If you guys just need to go and pick your teams, you can find that in the Challenges tab under More Challenges. And each team also comes with their own camo, inscription, and emblem. So pick your team, collect points for your team by earning tank XP in battle in the nations that are represented by those teams. In terms of the rewards, they could include team camo. I'm sorry, let me back up. The rewards for the winning teams toward the end of the event, you can get a team camo, emblem, or inscription vouchers, a Tank Cup champion medal, and lastly, the French Tier 6 ELC AMC 90 light tank. So a lot of excitement there, and we'll try to keep you guys posted on how the teams are doing in the near future. And good luck to all the participants.
Excellent. It's always a fun little event to have here. Other than Tank Cup, what else are we looking forward to this week?
So as you guys know, we have the G.I. Joe sales going on. This is kind of the last chance. We'll be pulling those bundles down on Tuesday, the 22nd. So if you still haven't gotten your the new Wolverine or the Cobra T-54 tanks, those are still available, as well as a lot of the returning G.I. Joe tanks and Commanders, all on sale right now in the store. So check them out while they last.
Awesome. Yeah, I know last time when we had the G.I. Joe event going on, people missed some of our Commanders and tanks, and they were asking about them. So if you haven't gotten a chance to pick them up, now is your last chance, as they're going to go away
until next time we bring them back, right?
Yep.
Then of course we also have the Turkey Shoot op starting up, running until November 28th. This is a chained challenge where you will need to destroy a number of tanks and earn big silver rewards for doing so. Then we have our early Black Friday sales on premium equipment and cosmetics, including skins and free XP conversions. And then lastly for this week, we also have premium bonuses on the following lines, including the OBJ 268, the Rhine Metal Panzerwagen, and the Type 89. And that is a wrap for our news for items that came out this week.
Excellent. And you said that was premium bonus on the OBJ 268, the Rhine Metal Panzerwagen, and the Type 89.
Correct.
Excellent. So that's this week, but what about next week, Mr. Bam?
All right, let's talk about next week here. So Thanksgiving's coming up. We have turkey treats, a free bundle in the store for everyone to claim. And then all weekend next week, get times 5 XP on all your first daily wins for each tank. I should note, of course, Thanksgiving being a U.S. holiday.
Right.
But the turkey treats and the weekend times 5 XP is welcome for everyone around the world.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I know I had learned not that long ago that Canadians uh holiday for Thanksgiving is like a couple weeks before ours. So
Oh, is it?
yeah.
I'm learning some things here now too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's also that time of the year I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to. We have Black Friday coming, and with that, the Black Tanks return with
Ooh.
2 new additions.
Those are always exciting.
Yep. So up first, we have the Tier 9 American Tank Destroyer, the TL-7 Black. This is the only Tier 9 with a silver bonus. And then up next, the Tier 8 Swedish Heavy Tornwagen Black.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. And for those who may have noticed, it's a nice little image that you have in your background there, isn't it, Mr. Bam?
It's getting kind of hot back there because the flames going on back behind me. But yeah.
Excellent stuff. We'll look forward to getting those.
Okay. And shout out to our artists and who come up with the key arts. Like, fantastic work. Looks awesome. Okay, and then Cyber Monday deals is also coming down the line. We have the From the Vault bundles. And then up next, in terms of an on-track, the OBJ 140 receives its on-track challenge for you guys to grind. And then I got one last item here that is quite an important discussion point that we should cover a little bit. Because also coming next week is some Matchmaker updates. So let me run you guys through this a little bit. As most of you have been made well aware, that at the launch of our Awakened season, we had inadvertently made a change to the World War II Matchmaker rules that impacted the amount of artillery vehicles allowed per team in a match. What used to be a maximum of 3 artillery per team has instead been changed to 1 per team. And we started to look at what we could do to keep that change in and if there was any negative impact to it. So at the same time, we also saw some unusual spikes in queue times and a lot of users falling into more bot matches in random battle. This was especially true for players in platoons, artillery, of course, and as well during high tier plays and during the peak hours. And you guys in the community have also pointed this out and noted the longer wait times and getting pulled into matches filled with more bots than desirable. So we did an investigation and found that the increased wait times and the increased bot matches were in fact a direct result of the 1 artillery per team limit change. And I think we're going to put a graphic up on screen to kind of indicate, here's some of our data that showcases the average wait times in queue. And you can see we started the Awakened season roughly, I think that was October 4th when it came out. And there was a very clear difference in the wait times because of this.
All right, I have the image on screen here. We're taking a look at it here, Mr. Bam.
Yep, so the red underline over there is indicative of where we kind of seen the bump up in wait times on average for players across the board. What I will notice, the maximum wait time, you will notice that the yellow lines are a lot smaller, not reaching quite to the top. That is actually part of an improved pairs matchmaker in allowing 3v3 matches now in the mix during a hard fail in the matchmaker itself. But the increase in the average wait times has gone up. That's what we're looking at the bottom where the red underline is at. Mm-hmm. And that is the direct result of the 1 artillery per team.
Okay.
And because of this, we wanted to keep it at a 1 artillery per team because, quite honestly, it did make players happy. And we saw a lot of comments coming through regarding exactly that. But a bunch of simulation testing work proved that it's, in fact, very bad for the matchmaker health. And as such, we are making the decision to roll back the 1 artillery per team and restore the potential maximum of 3 artillery per team as it was prior to this season. Please understand that this is an effort to maintain a healthy matchmaker and getting players into the matches not only quicker, but against more players and instead of bots. Because I do see and I do know that there are players getting pulled into mostly bot matches, and this is not an exciting circumstance to be kind of put into. However, it is certainly worth bringing to attention the interesting observations we picked up on during the time this limit was set to 1 per team. You guys, the community, have expressed a lot of positivity and a lot of comments about this change. And in turn, this became a very strong discussion point in a lot of meetings recently. As a matter of fact, I've canceled some meetings to make new meetings so we can urgently address and figure out the right path forward. So as such, we will continue to explore the option to make 1 artillery per team as much as possible in the matchmaker that will actually allow it. We are currently discussing a more adaptive limit that could strictly set the 1 artillery per team, but dynamically perhaps switch to 3 per team during peak hours, just to help facilitate users into the battle more smoothly. So what it is, this all happened inadvertently, but we now need to properly design the matchmaker to support this more adequately and mitigate the issues with the long wait times or forced bot matches. Just know this will take some time to simulate and test this, but we are at least setting our sights on a vision on how to proceed. I guess you guys, we can also consider this as just another step in the efforts of tackling the RD 2.0 initiative. So it's not dead. We will continue to explore in ways of bringing back the 1 artillery per team. Just right now, in the way the matchmaker health is working out, it was the best call that we had to bring it back. And I do see the chat kind of going wild over here. So I know this was going to be a very divisive topic, but we wanted to provide the transparency, the clarity, and the reasoning why we are making this sort of change. And worth mentioning, this coming Tuesday, this is when the change will be going through.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see what else. I know we forgot something, Mr. Bam.
You are right. Not to sugarcoat this, because I know we're coming out of some news we needed to share with you guys. The agenda item had it there, but I completely skipped it. Back on the topic of black tanks, let's do a giveaway. What do you say, Tankz0rz? What should we give away to the players here?
So let's give away the brand new TL7 black tank.
TL7 black tank. All right.
So for you to get a chance to enter, or win rather, enter into that link that I just posted into chat, and enter in your Wargaming ID, which would be Tankz0rz-X for Xbox or P for PlayStation, for my example, and you'll be entered for all of our giveaways today.
All right. Okay. So that's all the bullet point notes that we have for this week and next week's updates. I think it's on to the shout-outs column, don't you think?
I think it's shout-outs time. Let's go ahead and take a look at our shout-outs for the week.
All right. And as always, our users that we make for their awesome battle feats will be receiving confidential key cards. So starting off with of course, G.I. Joe Wolverine. Most kills in a single battle. Hells. That's a very short and sweet gamer tag. It's just Hells.
Right.
With 10 kills. Congratulations to you, sir. Or madame. Most damage in a single battle. Bones Neek with 15,563 damage. And then most combined assisted damage in a single battle goes to Starbloom 876174 with 8,425 assisted damage. Up next, we have in the Cobra T54, with most kills in a single battle, Trustbug 15109 with 9 kills. Most damage in a single battle goes to Lamara 7 with 9,269 damage. And then most combined assisted damage in a single battle goes to Ice Cream Man 178 with 9,025.
I like that username.
Ice Cream Man. Has he come up before?
I don't believe so, but
Yeah,
I got a chuckle when I saw it when it was Ice Cream Man 178. It's you know, when you become an Ice Cream Man, you get a serial number at the end. This guy's a 178.
And then up next, the medal showcase. This goes to Mikhail B. Keiko and Kevin Negri for receiving the Tankz0rz medal, which is awarded to players who destroy 5 enemy vehicles and survive the battle to a victory, despite receiving 5 different critical hits and losing 80% of their hit points. And in the last 7 days in Tier 10 battles, we also had 26 Kolobanov's medals and 3 Pools medals. And then lastly, for milestones, congratulations and a big thank you to Legio Morte, Cryptic Wraith, Roman Kazan, Bachi Funky 911, Kasti Kinoman, and S Hit Force for reaching their 100,000th battle milestone. Congrats, and that is awesome. And then lastly, we also have Crows 1. That's Crows with a K. Crows 1 for reaching their 160,000th battle. That is amazing, guys. Congratulations. You will be getting your confidential key cards in the meantime.
Congratulations, everyone. And that's a lot of battles.
That's a lot of battles. I almost forgot about that.
A lot of battles.
I haven't been on stream with you since Extra Life. We had a few weeks off here, it seems.
160,000 battles? Yeah, that's a lot of battles.
And speaking of having a few streams off, due to holidays, as we noted, next week is for here for us in the States, Thanksgiving. So this is kind of a stream notice that we will not be on stream for next week.
Mm-hmm. We'll be taking our little holiday turkey break. So if anyone's wondering where the WoT guys are at, they're out having turkey somewhere. Or doing the turkey shoot,
Or doing the turkey shoot up.
Yeah.
All right. How are we looking on that giveaway?
How are we looking? All right. I think it's time to download a winner. What do you think?
Let's download a winner.
All right. So we shall commence the process to download a winner, Bam. Give me 1 second. We must now download the winners.
Must be a slow download today, huh?
Listen, I haven't done this in a while, so
some traffic in the tubes.
There was some traffic in the tubes. All right. Our winner here is Maxzilla 1998. Congratulations,
awesome.
Maxzilla. You are the winner of today's giveaway, and you'll be receiving a brand new black tank, and that is the TL7 Black. Congratulations. Bam.
Yes, sir.
Is that all the giveaways we have for today?
I was about to say, before we go into our Q&As, let's do one last giveaway.
One last giveaway.
I think we got one more black tank.
I mean, there's another new tank, right? So might as well give away the other new black tank. So what is it? The Tornwagen Black.
Tornwagen.
Yeah. So if you'd like to get your hands on this brand new tank, go ahead and enter into our giveaway. If you've already done so, you're all set. So I'll go ahead and spam that link here in chat in a minute. And good luck to everyone.
I see Maxzilla in the chat. He's got the sirens emotes going on.
He's a lucky fella. All right. There's the link in chat if you haven't entered. If you've already entered, you're all set. All right. I think it's some questions and answers time, Bam. What do you think?
I am ready. What do we got?
All right. Let's see. We have a question from Reddit user DJ Ehe. And he's saying, for For the biweekly premium bonus lines, are they locked in a set rotation, or can requests be made? If requests are accepted, can I request the CS63?
Okay, so there isn't a set rotation, but are picked based on nation class and mode to try to make sure all lines are featured with the least amount of repeating possible. The CS63 was one of the most recent lines featured, so it will probably be a bit before it comes back up. The Polish heavy line would likely come back around first, as it was featured much longer ago than it was than the medium line.
Okay. We have another question from Reddit user RHW Erkman. And they ask, can we get a better filter in the stages page? For example, nations, tiers, etc.
Oh, for the stats page. Okay.
Oh, sorry, stats page.
Yeah. So we do have a ticket for this. It is currently on our backlog due to a lot of other UI features taking priority. This is something that we always have to stack rank and determine like what is our goal for the next milestone of what we're trying to tackle. We only have a certain amount of staff, so we do have to allocate their time best so we can get more into the more desirable features. We have a pretty full year planned out, but possible if things get done quicker than expected, we can squeeze in some of these other backlog items in there as well.
Right, and like how we often mention, right, most of our game gets like filtered through right UI. So if UI needs to like have their hand in it, we have to evaluate like where their time is most needed at the time to get some of these other features in. Excellent. Let's take a look at some questions that we have here in chat today. We'll start off with Escadrons, and they're asking, when will we get Transformers seasons?
I feel like this one comes up every week now. The answer is not going to change. This would require a license that we don't currently have. It's also important to note that most license agreements prohibit us from announcing them until a certain time. So these are generally questions, if we even did have a license in talks or discussions, we honestly can't even answer them, even if we really, really wanted to.
We'll just start winking and like scratching our nose and scratching our eye and be like, what does it mean? And be like, sorry.
I am a Transformers fan, but yeah, it's a hard thing to get rolling into the game.
I mean, that's definitely one of the franchises that I keep seeing pop up. There's other ones too, but hopefully we'll all be happy here eventually. Question from JW Dobbs asking, can we please get basic tan paint schemes available for all of Cold War tanks?
I can get a ticket for that. Like, I think that's a very doable and feasible task for us to look into. So nothing currently in the works, but certainly something we can start getting tasked on.
Okay. I see our bot friend here on Twitch is still spamming about Extra Life, which I like to thank again everyone that participated and watched or donated or was part of it, because it means a lot to us, and it was definitely a lot of fun.
Definitely a fun stream. Yeah, thank you everybody who tuned in.
So we'll have to figure out how to turn off that bot for our next stream. So sorry for that. Question from Face1775 asking, will the next season challenge points be the same as this season, or will it go back to the previous season's point style?
We don't quite have information to share on that just yet for next season, but there will be adjustments due to the length of next season. Okay. So these details will be announced in our upcoming season information articles.
Excellent. Darth Shadow is asking, any free tanks for Tankz0rz?
Tankz0rz, yes, that is up and coming. We have yet to really make any news or announcements just on that yet. It's still early. We're still in November. But, you'll just have to log in someday and see.
Excellent. Escadron's asking, can you guys add back Prohorovka to Era 1?
We need to revisit this one to the drawing board. That one and some other maps became issues due to the sightlines. But again, I've addressed this in a previous stream of, we had initial guidelines for what maps we found viable to work in Cold War. And, Super Test would run them through with us and determine, against our better judgment, could be telling like, hey, actually, Corellia does play well into Cold War. And so we stuck with that decision based on Super Test. Like, okay, let's try it out in the live environment and just kind of see how it performs. Prohrovka, by example, is something we could pitch by Super Test, have them test. I think I personally would like to examine what can we do to mitigate those sightline concerns in some way. That's what I'll say right now. So, no concrete plans of actually just turning it back on, but we will try to address and approach a proper way to bring it back, perhaps.
A question here from the T-Bear55 asking, as the team skins really skins or camo vouchers?
They are camos that have the same pattern for each environment, similar to skins.
Okay. So let's see what else we got here. Question from Mean Master. Can there be a premium bonus for the T72 line?
So this line recently had a premium bonus, but with a number of lines in the Cold War mode, it will probably come up again soon.
Question
so
here.
No dates or specifics yet. Sorry.
Okay. Question here from community contributor Jessica Cohen asking, what is the TL7?
What was it? The TL7?
What was it? A TL7? Yeah, they're asking what the
are they asking what were the black tanks? Yes, right. It's the TL7 black and the Torvagen black tank.
Mm-hmm. Brand new black tanks for this year.
Any Cold War black editions? No, this year it's only currently World War II tanks.
Sinister One's asking, what console, what's the cost of the new tanks? Do we have any info on that?
We'll have that details available for you guys on the portal right after this stream.
Okay. Legend Crypt is asking, are there any new black camos?
No new black camos. We went with the new tanks instead this year.
Okay.
So.
Another question here from Mean Master. Can you guys improve on co-op in both modes and World War II co-op? That it needs a look at the silver earning rates as you go into the negative constantly in premium tanks and can barely stay positive. So yeah, basically, can we take a look at that?
Yes, the reduced earn rates are due to the difficulty of the mode. I will say this is something we'll check into and see if there are some adjustments needed, because we really haven't applied since the release of co-op mode, both for World War II and Cold War. We'll just have to analyze the data and see what we can do about bumping that up a little bit and offer more incentive for players to check that out.
Excellent. Let's see. Jedi 1978 is asking, any information on the next season for World of Tanks console?
No spoilers yet. It is still several weeks away, so just a touch too early. But of course, you'll probably hear it here first, or even on our portal articles when we have some details to share.
Oh, definitely. So, I'm sure something nice is coming right around the corner here.
I won't give any hints, but there are some definite exciting things coming in for next season.
Cool. The Sipton T is asking, so when are we going to be able to get medals in Cold War?
We are currently we have designers on it right now as we speak. They are documenting and working on the design of the Cold War medals. We are aiming for next year. Like I said, the design documents are still being worked on, and we're going to start having a lot more meetings and discussions of how to proceed and move forward. This is one of those things that when we are ready to move forward, we have to be very tight knit with the UI design team, because that's going to be a lot of art for them to come up with and incorporate into the Cold War. So it is something we are certainly looking into.
Right. And it's not only also designing the stuff for on the UI side, right, but also implementing it and making sure that
implementation,
right.
The criteria of it. Yeah, a lot of things that we have to decide, like what is appropriate, what feels right, testing, of course.
All right, let's see here. Question from a user named the Silent One. Oh, not so silent anymore, are we? Please bring flags of all nations and respects of all players worldwide. I am right pleased to bring all flags and recognize the nations for all players who feel proud to fly their country flag.
So adding flags into the game, it's about getting permissions from those respective nations and the legal teams. However, if you do have a specific request, if there's a nation flag in mind that you want to be able to showcase and have on your tank, please send it in. We can certainly take a look. It's just not possible to request every nation, country, or territory of the world.
Justin Cohen is asking, alongside black tanks, can we have orange tanks? Bam.
That's an interesting one. We can have orange-based camo. Actually, we do have it for the Team Tigers, so there is something there already for you guys to kind of sink your teeth into. No pun intended.
I like how he exclaims himself. He's like, "There's no real reason why orange, but
it's just cool.
It's cool." What else do we have? Oh, listen, hold up. I see what he's doing here. Cones, orange. He's trying to make everything World of Cones over here.
Will someone just give this guy some cones in the game?
We're gonna have we should just add a cone commander at this point.
By the way, shout out to you, Just a Cone. I don't know if you guys were all there with us during our Extra Life stream. We did a fun game in custom games of hide and seek.
Well, he was there.
Yeah, Just a Cone was there. I kind of got a lot of his, picked his brain a little bit on the rule sets that they were applying in their own custom games that they've done in the past. So it was a lot of fun, and thank you again for walking us through it a bit and being a part of that.
Yeah, definitely. That was a lot of fun. Let's see what we got here. Lost my place. Scarface is asking, what console? Any news for RD 2.0?
I want to share news with you, but the truth of the matter is right now, even as we speak, and maybe they're with us in the chat as well, our super testers are running through RD changes right now. So we're expecting feedback next week. And said feedback, we will review it, evaluate it, and make some decisions going forward on how do we want to include it in the near future. So again, I don't want to make any statements about what we are trying out in RD 2.0 until we can definitively feel confident in some of the feedback we get and know what we want to move forward with.
I'm sorry, I couldn't contain myself here. I'm laughing at this this next user's name here.
Oh no.
Next question is from Pangod Jr. What's the next tank reforged?
Oh, Pangod Jr. Thanks for the sending in the question. So Tanks Reforged, unknown at this time. We have various holidays coming up and releases coming up with big tank changes already, already included. So we'll have to see what time we have in between these changes and the holiday breaks to determine what we can do next for Tanks Reforged.
Sounds good. Next question here from Bloody War Llama. Can we ever hope to see the Type 4 Horo? It's a good tank, and it's a tier 6 with no armor and 150 millimeter howitzer.
So, honestly, the tank right now isn't currently on the plans. But as always, when we get tank suggestions from you guys, we kind of put it on the docket just to kind of keep in mind. But in terms of when it will go into actual production and development, I leave that to the expertise of our tank design team and our live ops.
Jedi 1978. Can we get a light tanks for the Independent?
We'll take some suggestions. What do you guys have in mind?
We'll see. We'll see if we have some nice answers in chat here. In the meantime, let's take another question here. Haze Man is asking, when can we have premium arty? A new premium arty?
No plans for premium arty. Quite honestly, as we are still working through a lot of the arty 2.0 changes, we want to make sure that we, fine tune it just right to, appease both the arty players and the non-arty players to the best that we can muster before we start thinking about any sort of new arty tank to bring into the game, including any sort of premium arties. Let's see. I saw a question come by from Shadow Bunny. I've answered this one before as well. Any more information on the double barrel tanks? This is going to be the same answer I've kind of applied in the past. It is something that we are looking into. We're still trying to fine tune and figure out the best design for how best to play with the dual barrel tanks.
That's the bifurcated gun, right?
The bifurcated tanks,
right.
Yeah, because PC has a very complex system, but mouse and keyboard support offers a lot of capability to apply the bifurcated tanks well. For us on console, a lot of our inputs are already taken up. There's a lot of good suggestions, and even from you guys in the community have sent our way that we're kind of keeping in mind. But we have some designs, we have some options of how to proceed. But until we actually have a firm date and commitment to moving forward with it, I can't give you guys any firm milestones or plans at this moment.
Sounds good. Let's see. Blazing Mango is asking, when previewing camouflage, can you address a large description box on the right side or the center of the screen? The box ends up like covering part of the tank, and you can't view the camera.
Oh. So yeah, this falls under a lot of UI related concerns and, part of a lot of quality of life improvements that we try to apply to the game. Things like overlap and concealing, certain elements of your tank. These are improvements that we're trying to work toward. It's just another matter of finding the time and priority of a lot of the things and what do we want to do first. Thanks for bringing that up. I'll have to see if that's within the UI's stack rank of tickets to improve.
That'd be nice to actually be able to see the camouflage without any obstructions like that.
Yeah, everyone likes a little bit of a cleaner screen, and we do hear you guys mentioning that a lot. So we're looking into improvements there.
We have a question here from Robert Patterson. Is there any new nations planned for the future?
Yes. Cold War, of course, will see some new nations represented in their tech trees. Dates, I'll kind of keep that reserved for now.
Okay. Not too shabby here.
Let's see. I see a question from DC Kingpin. What was the outcome of the free custom game weekends? If all looking okay, can you implement it full time now, please? It helps clans a lot. What I will say is one of the things that we wanted to address with the free custom games is the number of what we call internally arena creations. An arena is anytime you guys load into a map and you guys are in there. We do have a server capacity that we have to be very acknowledging for. And to make sure, if we allow for, free resupplies or, no resupply costs in custom games, to make sure that there suddenly isn't a huge population of creating a lot of arenas. I have gotten confirmation from our senior server engineer that there is no concern with it. And we are having discussions and conversations on, whether or not we want to make this permanent. No, I'm not going to give you guys any confirmation on what we will do with it in the future, but just know, we are still kind of observing, and we know that there's a strong request, especially for you guys in the competitive community and in clans. So we are keeping you guys in mind, and we'll have more news to share on that in the future.
Excellent. question here from Death211. Can y'all confirm that the Leopard 2 series tanks weak spots changes was intentional?
So, I mean, all Era 3 tanks had an issue with their engines, as well as their fuel tanks, which actually should have been fixed at the start of this season. So if there's still something going on, I guess we'll have to follow up and see if there is still an existing issue in the game.
Excellent, excellent. I see our good friend Mr. Goliath here in chat. Hello, Mr. Goliath. Question from him. When are we getting the Tankz0rz voiceover for 3D Commanders?
Do it.
First of all, we have people asking for my 3D Commander, and now we're asking me to voice their 3D Commander? Oh boy, sounds like I have a lot on my plate in the future.
If you had to pick a 3D Commander that we have that would be your voice, which one would best represent you? Sorry if I put you on the spot.
I mean, the first two that came to mind, right, is Tank, right? The comic book guy, Tank, because he looks cool. He's got like all this like, I don't know, crazy tubes coming out in the gas mask, and I mean his name is Tank, right? So I mean, props
Goliath
to that guy.
Gaines says, why Baroness? Why not the Baroness?
Why not the Baroness? The second one that came to mind is I mean, I got two more. Let's see, the new Grim Reaper guy. He's pretty neat. Maybe I could voice him.
Hey, he'd be pretty fitting for the Grim Reaper, yeah.
Or maybe we get some special effects going on. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. And then why not
the bear?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Just get Wojtek. Just might as well just I mean, you have to say that, right? So I'll get some bear rouse.
Little known fact, Tankz0rz is the voice for the bear currently. All those growls and roars.
I wish. It's funny stuff. I have done some side projects trying to do some like voiceover work on our videos, but I think ultimately we went with other solutions. But all I'm saying is it's not off the realm of possibilities.
How are we looking on our giveaway, by the way? We still have someone still have a one pending winner, don't we?
We do. We're cooking here. We're ready to download whenever we're ready.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm taking a look at. I'm scrolling back up a little bit to find some more questions. Let's download our winner. I'll see if I can pick up on a few things here.
Sounds good. We are commencing the download. Commencing the download. Mr. Bam.
Do we have a winner?
The download has been completed.
Well, that was quick that time.
And I mean the first time I had to remember how to do the whole process, but you know, the second time we have it down packed. We have our winner here, Mr. Bam. Are we ready?
I'm ready. I hope they're ready.
The name of our winner here for the brand new Tronwagen Black is
the anticipation.
Evil Sinister. Congratulations, Evil Sinister. You are
Evil Sinister.
Yeah. It's the evil version of him.
So wait, this is different from Sinister 1?
I believe so.
Wrong Sinister. Okay, Evil Sinister, congratulations.
Sinister 1. What? I didn't even enter. Yeah, I know. It's not you. It's the evil version of you, buddy. Well, congratulations either way. You're the lucky winner here of our brand new Black Edition tanks. And we hope you enjoyed them. And as always, you don't have to do anything. They'll be added to your accounts via magically with our support team. And yeah, hope you enjoy them because they're definitely really cool looking. I'm a big fan of all of our black tanks.
Mm-hmm. WG Blanco says, wait until good Sinister joins the roster.
Oh no. Bam, what is? Do you have a favorite Black Edition tank here?
I think I've always gravitated toward the IS-6 before.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the one that I was going to say was my favorite.
Yeah, beat you to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got some time to wrap up a few more questions before we call it a close.
Sure. Let's go ahead and
where did we leave off?
Take a look here. We have a question from Strider5599 asking, how do we unlock story achievements on Xbox?
So, unfortunately, these achievements are retired and no longer can be earned. These were deactivated when the War Stories, an old game mode that we had in our game some years back, was no longer supported.
Okay. Another question from Taco the Boss. Can we make it where we can trade in 2 tanks for 1 tank during the trade-in events?
Sorry, no current plans for that just at this time.
Plum73 is asking about Sacred Valley map? Question mark.
Yeah, that one. It's been a long while since we've had Sacred Valley around. I've spoken lightly on this in the past in terms of like our cadence of releasing maps into the game, and how we ran a poll to the community some years back to kind of get a stack rank idea of what were popular maps requested by the players and which ones were a little bit lower on the list itself, as well as pairing that against map balance to see which ones might need a lot more work in terms of trying to make it a more evenly played map. What I will say is no news to share in Sacred Valley. Quite honestly, if I can recall from the data, that one fell pretty low on the player requested population for maps. So that's all I can really share at this time.
Okay. Tactical Potato 87 is asking which retired tanks will be available for purchase on Cyber Monday.
You'll just have to wait a little bit longer. We're almost there, though.
Almost there, buddy.
Almost there.
Let's see. Meme Master's asking, can you guys buff the upper hull armor on the M1A2 Abrams? It gets overwhelmed or overmatched by everything.
We did actually have a ticket to look into the Abrams, and we actually gave it various buffs, but the upper hull armor isn't one of the areas that will receive a buff, unfortunately.
Okay. Question here from eMaster Gamer. Could we create a community poll to see which players want to add
That's okay.
to the game?
This actually came up as in a conversation I had with my the design team earlier this morning, and we do have something in mind of what we want to pitch to you, the players, of like some sort of features, ideas, etc. Just to get your feedback to help inform us on some next steps on how we approach some feature we're thinking about. I can't give any specifics, but if you guys want more community polls, like we are planning on doing something like that in the near future. Absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be pretty neat to have like our goals set, right? And then like have a space for like what is one community stretch goal here, right?
Mm-hmm. I just noticed WG and Guida in the chat. We did? I mean, we did. He was there for it.
I saw his name.
Too funny.
Next question. That's brought to you in part by Anguita here. Lou Almighty is asking, will we ever see an Offspring tank? I believe,
this is I'm sorry.
I believe they're asking this because I think World of Tanks console, or not console, World of Tanks PC had an Offspring event.
Yeah, and this is going to fall under the same lines of when someone asked about the Transformers. It all comes down to the licensing. Mm-hmm. That was specifically for WoT PC, and they worked out the licensing for their deal and for their game. And it wasn't something that we were able to get more or less incorporated with that. Never say never, but again, this comes down to licensing and working out with the legal teams and trying to get that into our game.
Right, and then like when those deals are made, it's if we weren't included at the start, right, We can't just say like, hey, we're gonna jump in on this too and just start having this tank in as well, because you know there's very strict legal terms usually in place saying that, you know, you can only do this for so long and through this like store or this avenue or whatever, which would
Exactly.
definitely exclude us. Let's see here. Just a cone. Is it possible to have friendly fire in as an option in custom games? Also, will we have the ability to add in bots in custom games at some point?
Um, I had an initiative, and this was probably like a year ago, trying to work out a lot of levers that we can give in custom games, and working out with UI, because this is very much something that falls under UI initiatives to give you, the players, more control and different things that you can shape for your custom matches. Friendly fire, I'll take note of it, as well as stuff with bots. I'm not going to give a definitive yes or no, but this is another situation of stack ranking the priorities that UI is working on. Custom games efforts does come a little bit lower, but I will also know, as part of a lot of the free weekends we are doing with custom games, we are slowly making some steps to improving what custom games has to offer. On the subject of bots, our initial concern of trying to get bots into custom games, as much as I'd like to see it as well, there's much more concern about, you know, the server load to be able to have this many more bots in all these custom matches available into the game. That is something I'll have to work out, not only, of course, with the UI, but our server engineers as well. But right now, I'm kind of I'm getting the notion that it would not work out too well and be a performance problem on the server.
Next question here from Taco the Boss asking Cold War tanks and keycards.
So Cold War tanks are sometime will be available in keycards sometime. We can ask the events team if they are planned anytime soon.
Lady O, is this something that might happen in the future? Who knows? We'll see.
I do not have the details in front of me on that,
right,
unfortunately.
Right. Let's see. Max Miner Tankers asking, can we clarify what it takes to win the Tank Cup? Like the French tank grand prize?
The actual, yes, the final team reward. So you will have to be on the winning team and have scored at least 5 goals throughout the tournament itself.
Okay.
If you are curious about any more information, you know, please visit our portal article that goes into much more in-depth details and a breakdown of all the challenges in mind for Tank Cup.
Yeah, definitely check out our portal article, as that will have all the information that you would need.
Okay.
Bam.
I think we have time for like maybe 2 more questions. What do you think?
I have a special question for you here.
Special question. Okay.
When can we get a female 3D commander for Germany?
We'll have to. I don't have anything in front of me that I'm aware of anything in progress. We'll have to see and work it out with our artists and, of course, our live ops team, see if that's something we can schedule in.
Sounds good. Let's see. Plum73 is asking about the next map incoming. Do we have any information on that?
We did hint. We hinted stuff in past streams. I'm going to leave it at that for now. No hints at this time for the maps. There is stuff to look forward to in the future that you guys will be excited about, though.
Another question here from the real BMJ asking, will the Tank Bowl camos be available to buy after the event ends?
The camo bundles, yes, will be available until January 3rd.
Alrighty. Let's see, another question here from Hamasaki is asking, can we have weather effects again? I saw an old video with the rain and it was awesome.
this was also kind of a hard thing to get back into the game. When we used to have weather variants in the game of like storms and sandstorms, as well as some maps with light rain, it became an issue that players pointed out of like visibility and distraction on the screen when trying to stay focused in the heat of battle. Ultimately, we decided to stray away from having many maps that would have effects like that. I'm still having these conversations with the map team as well. Of like, can we consider like a rain map or something, maybe like a light rain? There was something coming down later next year that has kind of like a incoming storm effect, but nothing actually like you're not in a downpour by any means in the map play space itself.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely remember those weather variants, and yeah, like you said, it was always visibility issues that the players always brought up. So
yeah.
Excuse me.
Right.
I think that about wraps up our show for this week. As Bam mentioned earlier, we will not be here next week as it is American Thanksgiving Day, and I for sure will be partaking in my annual turkey festivities. So
as will I.
As will Mr. Bam, and I hope that everyone has a nice holiday and eats lots of turkey if that's what you're gonna do. And if not, then we'll have turkey shoot ops for you and other fun events for you in World of Tanks console. And until next time, we'll see you on the battlefield. Take care,
Thanks
everyone.
all.
Have a great weekend. Bye bye.